Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. We're in control of ISO now. We got kicked out of the area with the kiosk that we were using. And now we have to try and get that door open and keep ISO Bell safe. So, it looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of exploring. Search computer. ISO takes a quick glance at the terminal. I'll be damned. It's locked into an admin inbox and somebody left it unlocked. I can't open the door for you from here, but we can read the messages if you want. Oh yeah, let's do it. ISO turns the camera in her PDA to face the screen of the terminal. Amber text on a stark black background swims into focus. Ghost in the machine, leave it unplugged, it came back, damage control. Hotel messaging service version 2.0. Alright, let's open the first message. To Nancy Ho-Pang from C Wing. Look, I'm going to come right out and say it. The security guys are right. There's something horribly wrong with that Noodle extruder. I ran a diagnostic on it this afternoon. I was halfway through recalibrating the broth nozzles when the damn thing started humming. And sure enough, it started churning out steaming hot juxing noodles, just dumping them in the palms of my hands. You don't even want to see the blisters I'm sporting right now. Now, here's the freaky thing. The dough hopper was empty. I unloaded it myself prior to beginning the diagnostic. I want to repeat that. It was producing dough out of thin air. That machine is haunted. You want my advice, you'll get rid of it before the show. Nancy Ho-Pang. Okay, we saw that earlier. ISO blinks, nonplussed. Huh. I don't know what I was expecting this message to be, but that wasn't it. You want me to keep going? Sure. And this is from C Wing to DECCON All. The Noodle extruder in the food court area is out of order and should be left unplugged until further notice. Under no circumstances should any hotel or DECCON employee tamper with this device. Maintenance is looking into it. Again, do not plug in the extruder. Severe disciplinary action will be taken against any employee caught disobeying these instructions. Alright. You want me to open another message? Sure. Okay, I'm getting seriously creeped out over here. The damned Noodle extruder is back, Z. I can't explain it. We boxed the thing up yesterday and sent it to the manufacturer. It wasn't here 5 minutes ago. But now that we've opened the doors and the show is underway, I'm strolling through the food court and there it is, just sitting there with a line already forming. That's one heck of an extruder. What the hell do we do? You and I both know that it doesn't have any dough in it. There's no seasoning in the spice reservoir, and we don't have it hooked up to the hotel's water supply. The fracking thing isn't even plugged in. Where are the noodles coming from? What do we do? What do you want me to do, Sean? Let's open up the last message. I want to see how far this goes. It's too late, Nancy. At least a dozen people have already eaten from the thing. We can't shut it down now, and we sure as hell can't let anyone know about it. If people were to get sick, the show could be held liable. Look, if it's any consolation, I've been pouring through the logs of old shows to see if anyone has mentioned the Noodle extruder, and I found something. This exact conversation. 14 years in a row. I don't know what's happening with this machine. I don't know where it came from, or how, or why, but it's a part of DECCON. Nobody can get rid of it. Nobody knows how it works. It just does, and people keep coming back to visit it. I think that this is a blessing in disguise, and that's what I keep telling myself anyway. Just don't question it, and everything will be okay. That's some Dresden stuff right there. I don't even know what to say about this. What do you want me to do? Yeah, I've seen enough. Get down here and get us through this door. Okay, I'm on it. We need to visit the Noodle extruder before we leave. Pay our respects. Maybe give it a nice offering. And I'm not exactly... We got multiple areas to go through. And fortunately, there's no guards on patrol, so ISO doesn't have to do what she normally has to do in the Matrix. Pilfer supplies. Ooh. And we'll take that advanced medkit. Yes, sir. And I don't know if we're pressing our luck here. Maybe we can't. Info on the conference room schedule tells you about a high-level exec in conference room 3 on the bottom floor. Alright, that might be important. That might be where Rhombus is. and looks like this is the only way. Oh, this can't be good. Nice, it's playing the music from the guy in Shadowrun Dragonfall who was obsessed with the TV show and had his own little kingdom in that warehouse. That's awesome. Iso's outline goes fuzzy the moment she sets foot into the elevator. A loud rhythmic whooshing sound dominates the low end of your PDA speakers. It sounds a bit like the rotors of a helicopter. Heads up, Iso. We're getting a lot of interference here. An elf in his mid-20s steps inside to let Iso at the floor selector panel. He looks wired, jittery, stemmed to the gills, most likely. There's no telling how long it's been since he's gotten a wink of sleep. Iso punches the button for the ground floor. Working the show, huh? That has to be hard. The elf smiles down on Iso, his expression affable. I feel tempted to blow off work and go check out the kiosks. Maybe take in a panel or two. This Decker stuff isn't really my cup of tea. I'm just here to work. She starts in, repeating your words with forced sincerity. This Decker stuff isn't really my... She falls silent. You can see her staring at the man's VIP badge. Oh, is this Rhombus? Iso, what's wrong? Her eyes remain locked on the man's badge. King Ding, huh? That's a interesting street name. Been decking under it long? A couple of years now, he smiles. Longer than anyone else to use the handle. Just smile and nod, Iso. You're trying to go unnoticed, remember? If she heard you, she doesn't acknowledge it. I know who you are. You're the one who shut down the Kowloon City power grid 6 months ago. He clears his throat. Yeah, that was me. Let's just keep that between ourselves, though, alright? That little stunt screwed over a lot of local Deckers. Her voice is soft, but you can detect a definite undertone of hostility. A couple of them soaked up nasty hits of dump shock because of it. You wrecked the grid while they were jacked into their home machines. My team was in a bind. They needed a power outage right then and there, or they were cooked. So I gave them one. It was the best solution to a bad situation. Let's leave it at that. An icy silence descends on the elevator car. A few seconds later, Iso pierces it. There was this Decker. She lived out in Hawaii. Called herself Spinster. She was a good person. Now she's in the ground. She never came back out of the coma that your stunt put her into. Another long pause. Slowly, Ding extends his hand toward the emergency brake. Oh. Iso, do you want to go loud? Because that's where this road takes us. She balls her hands into fists. You can read the tension in her body language, and she's biting her tongue. At least, that's what I heard. I'm just a caterer. I'm not a Decker myself. He stares down at Iso, and the smile has vanished from his face. Yeah, sure you're not. You've come to get me, haven't you? To take revenge for your friend. Did her people put out a contract on me? Is that it? Let's see. I'm not a Decker, honest. I'm just a caterer who spends way too much time lurking on the Shadowland BBS. I'm not a Decker. I'm just a caterer who spends way too much time... Abruptly, the connection cuts to static. Uh-oh. This isn't good. The static pops and hisses for 10 seconds. 20. Finally, the picture wobbles back into view. King Ding is in mid-sentence, practically frothing with rage. Did what I had to do! If you were in my position, you would have done the same if you had gotten them killed. He's shouting. The sound of it reverberates in the cramped confines of the elevator car. There was no third way out of that scenario. Isabel starts to respond, and the anger is clear in her tone. I would not have... Iso, stop. Listen to me. She stops short. What? You're crazy. An insane person. And when I get out of this elevator, I'm going to the hotel security office. Tell him we are with the Yellow Lotus. Oh, no. We don't want to... This is not a Yellow Lotus sanctioned run, and we need to get the ire of Auntie Chang. Okay, I don't know if ISO's gonna do this, but apologize to him and sound like you mean it. That's the only way we're getting out of this now. You hear the dull, grating sound of grinding teeth. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I just get upset sometimes. You're damn right I'm offended. You came at me like a crazy person. Static, and the comms have cut out again. Ah, crap. Oh, this is getting old. As quickly as it went, the picture flickers back onto your PDA screen. King Ding looks calmer now, and the elevator is descending. Remember what we discussed. You keep your cool, and this turns out well for the both of us. We live and let live. Understood? Yes, I didn't want any trouble from you in the first place. I'm just glad that it was all a misunderstanding. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'll be happy if this is the last time I ever see of you. Or this is the last that I ever see of you. The feeling's mutual. The car finally slides to a halt, and the elevator doors slide open. The other decker doesn't get off. Enjoy the rest of the show. What did she say to him? Now get a move on, ISO. That's interesting. Have ISO open the VIP door. Alrighty. So, hi guys. Do we have to run through? The hallway ahead is blocked by a trio of struggling bodies. A blackout drunk troll hangs slung between a pair of cursing security guards, one male and one female. As you watch, they struggle valiantly to drag her down the hallway. The troll's voice comes out in an inebriated roar. Unhand me, you fools! The older of the two guards, a middle-aged man with a pompadour haircut, struggles with all his might to keep his prisoner's flailing arm constrained. Don't let her go, Ho Yi. She has the strength of 10 men. Yes, sir. You recognize her as the guard who was standing by the employee entrance on the show floor. Oh, yeah. How she got roped into troll hauling duty is anyone's guess. The security captain locks eyes with ISO, and he barks out an order. Clear the hall. Say nothing. With an exaggerated motion, the troll swings her head toward ISO. You, dwarf girl, help me. She hiccups mightily, and the sound reverberates in your ears. These Shrekheads want me to leave because I'm a troll. What's happening here? None of your business. You're not even hotel staff. You shouldn't be back here at all. He hugs the troll's left arm to his chest with all of his strength, desperately trying to weigh her down. She lifts his feet a few inches off the floor, then slams him back down, and he lets out an audible whimper. Now clear the way and report to your manager. Quit fighting me, damn it, before I talk to him for you. The former door guard stares at ISO, and recognition dawns on her face. Oh, crap. Hey, I remember you. You said that you had to meet some caterers up on 6th. What are you doing down here? Okay, say, I was just checking to see if anybody down here wanted a drink. Just checking to see if anyone needed a drink. You want a mojito? The man strains against the troll's drunken efforts, and his brow is beaded with sweat. You shouldn't... Hold still! Be here. Not even to offer drinks. The troll looks down at ISO and issues a mush-mouthed plea. Ignore these pigs and help me. I'll take the run on the left, you take the right. The troll bucks against the guard's grasp, nearly breaking away from them. They double down on their attempts to hold her. ISO stares into the PDA. She looks irritated. Oh, to hell with this. It's a waste of time, and we've got a schedule to keep. Her hand moves toward her weapon. What do you mean? What schedule? Uh-oh. Light 'em up. Misspoke. My work schedule. After I'm done here, I need to pull a double shift at Uncle C's House of Pork. Mine. I work 2 jobs, damn you. Trying to put food on the table and feed my kids. Her yells grow to an impressive volume, reverberating in your ears. I'm not just a caterer. I work at Uncle C's House of Pork. There's a moment of stunned silence, and finally the troll shatters it. You work at Uncle C's? That place is a vomit factory. ISO's voice goes deadly serious. I know. The guard looks at her boss. The security captain strains courageously against his captive's flailing arm, oblivious to everything but his own struggle. Look, just hurry back to the kitchen and get out of our hair. She steps aside to let ISO pass. Whew. Good job. There's a brief pause, and she mutters a response under her breath, and the mic barely picks it up. This is exhausting. No more improvisation for me. I'm done with this. From now on, I'm your parrot. Just tell me what to say, and I'll say exactly that. After what almost happened in the elevator, I think that's a good call. And off they go. Gonna have all kinds of nice adventures together. Lots of wrestling. It doesn't look like I can go through these doors. So far, so good. And I spoke too soon. An impressive-looking man in a starched white coat blocks the hallway. Yeah, it's a good shade of white to me. He turns and you recognize the familiar pastry, magic, and more insignia on his lapel. He fixes his gaze on ISO, and the expression on his face is anything but happy. What are you doing back here? We went over this in the staff meeting this morning. I'm the one who's covering this area. The VIPs are to be handled by managers only. You should be on the convention hall floor. Ooh. I know, sorry. They sent me back here, but I think it was a prank. Looks like she was telling the truth after her encounter with the guards. She's repeating everything you say verbatim. And you fell for that? You had specific instructions to stay on the show floor. I didn't know. I'm new here. Yeah, no dreck. I don't recognize... You become dimly aware of a figure looming behind you in the convention hall. New here? You must be joking, man. You've been on that kiosk for 20 minutes now. Wait, excuse me. What? He leans in, gets in your face. You can taste the onions on his breath. That's a ballsy move from a guy getting in a troll's face. I said that it's time to get off the damn demo kiosk. You've been hogging it for way too long and there's a line here. Yeah, back down, man. You'll get your turn. Oh, crap. Back down, man. You'll get your turn. She is being a parrot. My turn? What are you talking about? You aren't even one of the employees, are you? Do I need to get security? I said that's enough. I've been following the devs of this software for months now, and I traveled 17 hours to try it out myself. You do not get to tell me that I flew here for nothing. Get the hell off the kiosk or I'm calling security. So, now we need to make sure that what we say here can translate well over to the guy in catering. No, we don't want to go loud. Get out of my face before I break your damned nose. Be my guest. I work for this hotel's owner. The security team is going to take my word over yours because both of them are talking about security. Oh yeah? And what do you do here exactly? He stands, hands on his hips, his jaw thrust out. Tell me why I have to wait on you. You work for the owner? So then you're not a pastry magic employee? You sound skeptical. So then, why are you wearing one of our uniforms? I'm here to gauge customer satisfaction with the show. We're trying to decide whether to host DECCON again in 57. I'm here to check on the vendors here at the show, tech vendors, the catering crew, all of it. Okay, now I think we're going to go with this one because the catering crew and whatnot are involved in the back and the tech vendors are involved in the front. This actually takes both of these. If we say we're here to gauge customer satisfaction, I don't think that would make sense because there's no customers back here. I'm here to check up on the vendors here at the show. Tech vendors, the catering crew, all of it, to make sure that the reputation of our venue isn't tarnished. The Decker continues to stare, hands on his hips. Huh. Well, okay, I guess. Just try to make it quick, okay? I really want to get my hands on that software, and I'm not leaving until I do. Oh, you're like a secret shopper, that sort of thing. He stares down at ISO, a newfound respect on his face. Well, I hope you'll tell your employees that Pastry Magic and More Catering went above and beyond the call of duty to respect your hotel and its rules. Yeah, I will. In the convention hall, the decker that you were arguing with backs away to a respectable distance, and the catering manager steps aside to let Isobel pass. Good deal. Nice shooting, Tex. So, what are we... Okay, there's the door to let Sean in. Let's see if there's anything else that we can explore first. Just to make sure that we got all of our bases covered. Hopefully this is not a bad call. Uh-oh. A dark-skinned man in an expensive suit stands at the far end of the room. A cord tethers his data jack to a port in the hotel wall. His eyes are glazed over, dead to the world. He's jacked in the hotel's media library, probably enjoying some slick, professionally produced SimSense fantasy or something like that. She chuckles. He doesn't even know that I'm in the room. Might as well look around a little then, but be quick. A cyberdeck sits on the table opposite ISO. She rotates her PDA to give you a view. It's a custom job, pieced together from components pulled from a dozen other machines. Looks a lot like the Octopus, only smaller. The display has been pulled from a Fuji model designed for export into the UCAS with a chrome bezel and a red LED accent lights. The keyboard is a mechanical relic with round, heavy keys that appear to have been salvaged from a typewriter. Judging by the Pashto characters emblazoned on the keys, it's probably of Pakistani make. The case is a heavily modified Renraku design. You can see components from at least a dozen other manufacturers jutting out of it. At least a dozen other elements jump out at you, each stranger than the last. A custom stamp on the case labels it the property of the Binary Bard. Isobel stares at the monstrosity, her jaw hanging open. That might just be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Well, grab it then. But hurry, you need to keep moving. Iso grabs the cyberdeck in both hands and heaves. It doesn't budge. On the other side of the room, the decker jolts back to life. He turns to face Iso, his motion strangely languid. Uh-oh. Excuse me, that deck is mine. His tone is calm, conversational. It's also mad-locked to the surface of my desk. Now stop touching it, please, or I'll be forced to call security. I heard that you had the most impressive cyberdeck at the show. I had to see it for myself. That's true, I do. That doesn't give you a right to break into my room and fondle it, though. Now, you want to tell me what a caterer cares about custom hardware? Yeah, I'm a caterer, but that's just my job. Decking is my life. Yeah, I'm a caterer, but that's just a job. She looks the decker in the eye, and her voice grows deadly serious. Decking is my life. All right, you love decking, sure. Everybody needs a hobby. So here's what we're going to do. I'm giving you a choice. You can tell me what you want, or you can back up out of here, or I can call security. Neither of us wants to do number 3. She doesn't wait for a response. Your deck. It's a beautiful piece of workmanship, and I want it. Maybe I could buy it off of you? She's not for sale. Tell you what, though. I could be convinced to let you crack the case open and take a look inside. He stifles a yawn. Maybe you could learn a thing or two. Alright, ISO. Thank the man, look at the box, and get the hell out of there. Hey man, thanks. Really, I appreciate it. I always love looking at custom builds. No problem. There's a case release catch under the parallel port. Give her a once-over. Take notes if you want. When you're finished, be sure to close the door behind you. Okay, that was a dodged bullet. ISO cracks the case on the deck, lifting it high. She studies the innards of the device intently, her eyes flitting from connection to connection, from card to card. This is some genuinely impressive work. A few minutes later, she snaps the case back shut. Thank you, Sean. In a day full of unpleasant surprises, this was really a nice one. Oh, she went from her... Change clothes. Okay, that's great. Now hurry up. We still need to get to Rhombus. Pay data, prototype deck info. Oh, nice. Good deal. Let's go ahead and open this door up. That's got it. This way to the suites. And the crew is back together once again. Looks like we got the door open. And where are we heading? Travel to Rhombus's suite. Now everything has gone wrong on this run. Go to Rhombus's suite. And the game is saved, so that's fun. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and hopefully we will finish this up in the next episode. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting into a firefight, at least one. Everything's gone bad on this job. It'd be remiss not to have a firefight to end it, end things with a bang. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.